Hello everyone, my name is Dennis and welcome to a brand new series. This series, we are going to be doing it in a server called the Oakay, oh that was quick, the Oakay SMP. So you might be wondering, what is the Oakay SMP? Well, this is a very completely vanilla server. We are in the newer version of 1.21.7, which means they added a ton of items, such as the happy gas that you can see here, the firefly bushes, and then we got some other stuff such as the short dry grass, wildflower bushes, tall dry grass, and etc etc etc. I joined this server probably like a couple months ago, so I'm still brand new to the server, but as you can see, I already gotten very much a lot of endgame items such as netherite tools, some diamonds which I'm very rich of, and yeah, that's been pretty much it really. And in this server I joined a group called Wet, and that group has been through a lot, from starting wars to this being a very weird but also a fun group to be in. And this is our shopping district, as you can see here, the beautiful shopping district. And looks like one of our compadres is in his shop apparently, so let's go ahead and meet him. Oh, look at him! He looks so cute! I see your skin! Oh my god! Look at him! He is so pretty! He is so adorable! Look at him! Look at this little guy! He's so cute! You are being recorded live. What do what do you have to say? Now, normally I won't be recording, but actually I got inspired by a certain YouTuber named Larky, which I have shouted out in my latest video about the flashback mod, and yeah, she gave me some, well, sort of some ideas to do in the server. I don't know what that is, but we will see as the video progresses. So this is Emperor's Knickknack shop, and he also has another shop here which I don't know the name of it. What's this called? Empress House Trade Inc. Alright, yeah. So that's his other shop. And yeah, this is just his knickknack shop that sells random stuff from ink sacks, well, no, glowing ink sacks, cold chicken eggs, and some warm chicken eggs, because we got the chicken variants obviously. And he's doing something that is above here. So let's ask him, what are you doing? It seems to be he's expanding this place area here. Looking very good so far, if I'm gonna be honest. And like most indie players, I have my own shop. Yeah. Welcome to the Ugly House Lane. It's called the Ugly House Lane because, well, it looks ugly. Like, genuinely, I mean, look at this. This is even more modern than this. We'll actually might upgrade, but we will see. And it's called the House Lane because it's literally a house-shaped building. And I sell not a whole lot of items. We got bone meal, which hasn't been producing a lot, but I think Larky has bought a lot for her farm. TNT, obviously, because you never know, someone needs some bombing and action. You sell Copper Deep Slate as well. 1 diamond for 2 stacks, because Copper Deep Slate is very hard to get at the moment. As we record this, I don't know if Minecraft will update it, but yeah, for now it's not instant mine, sadly. We got moss as well. You never know if we need moss. But the big seller, at least in my opinion, is the totem, which sells 1 diamond for 1 stack. Which is not bad because, yeah, I don't see a lot of people selling totems. Well, actually, there is someone who sells totems right over there. This thing showed up probably like a month or so, or probably like actually 2 weeks or something. This shop turned up out of nowhere, and there was a new player who actually made it, which, gotta be honest, oh god, gotta be honest, I'm gonna be bankrupt after this, because not only he sells this totem, but also, originally, I was gonna sell rockets. However, one person beat me to it, and that is this, red rockets. You might get a little reference of what this looks like. This building is sort of similar to the one that is seen in Fallout, which, honestly, I don't play a Fallout game. I don't really play Fallout, but I heard songs from it, and it's pretty good. So yeah, kudos to him for making it. I think it's genuinely looks so good. And not only he has that shot over there, but he also has this massive alien type UFO building that sells beacons. Just beacons. Just little beacon and with the skeletons. Yep, no, not with the skeletons, with the heads. I mean, and these are beacons as well. What does this say? Build a wither kit, 1 diamond block. Interesting, interesting. Consider this the filler art of my lore. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but when he when he said Lord, there's literally lightning storms in the background, like little thundering stuff in outside my house. So that was very perfect timing. But yeah, everyone has his own stories here, which is pretty amazing. I personally never followed lore. Like, I mean, lore is cool and all, don't get me wrong, but I never really have my own lore. Really, I'm just a small little guy trying to survive. Quite literally, I'm very small here. Holy moly! Now this is more like it. Hey, you guys can see me. So yeah, let's go ahead and explore around a little bit. So this is the gaming district. We have our own mini games that players have built, from rock paper scissors to, I think this is an archery type game. Yep, archery game. We also got a classic game, which is like a pipe sorting game, which literally confused the heck out of me. A casino, because why not? Jeopardy, and also Family Feud, which is very cool. And I can't wait to play it later on, when it actually is open, to say the least. But anyway, let's go to my house, because that is where the majority probably for this episode. Well, I'm still considering if this is going to be an episode or not, given how maybe you guys want to see it more. I don't really know. I'm just recording this because I genuinely haven't been recording these types of videos for like quite a long while, ever since the wheat house, the house of wheat, that done in another server as well, which is Terra Trove. But yeah, this is my portal, as you can see here. This is called Welcome to Densha Station, aka Dennis Space. And if we go back here, there's a little information. Dennis, which is me, has the Den, Resha, that and Sha. So Densha, Resha is trained in Japan. And I'm a very avid train enthusiast, so having a station that represents my likeness is pretty good. I really like how this actually turned out. Oh yeah, hold on, let me just do that. It needs a little bit of cleaning here. But yeah, I really like how it generally turns out. I was going for something that's a bit modern originally, but also something cartoonish as well, like little pixel arts writing in the walls here. But yeah, I think a train station would be kind of cool when I was thinking about it. And this turned out so well. I followed a reference photo of someone else who made it, and yeah, they're a bit different. There is very heavy copper, like very heavy copper used, and I really want to use like the new blocks, like the copper blocks, and there's some copperness entirely, I guess. And it fits very well. I might change the oak stairs with the warp stairs to match it. But other than that, it looks very, very good. Kudos to Azzy actually, who helped me with the walls. I didn't know which kind of wall pattern do I want to make, and Azzy suggested chiseled copper and warp stems would be the greatest wall combination. And she's not wrong though. It looks pretty good with the patterning. And also the ceiling above being, what's it called? Warp stem as well. So this is my base. It's very empty, as you can see here. There's not quite a lot of interesting stuff at the moment. We got an axolotl pond, which is actually something that has been recently built by me off camera. So there's that. That's my little starter home. I never really tried to make a mega base, so having just this tiny home is very fine for me. I see here, there's the base home, and this is my, well, kind of bad mining entrance, as you can see here. Now if you go down here, things are fine until, yeah, there's a big gaping hole here which I never really bothered to fix, because I just don't use this mine a lot to strip mine. I don't really do strip mining a lot. And yeah, that's one of them. So this needs to go away at some point. This needs to go away real quick. And this is my moss farm that I used to sell my moss. So as you can see here, it works with pale moss as well, in case you're wondering. This design is by none other than the legendary Ethos Lab that he made in Hermitcraft Season 8. And it's very efficient. So all you gotta do is flick the lever here, and it does its magic. Look at that. So the stone does that. That piston will just do that, so we can, I guess, trigger the carpet that might accidentally spawn there, because moss spawning is a bit weird. And these little guys will be shot by water into the minecart that's spinning around there, and it will just end up in the chest. So it's been very efficient, really, ever since updated to the latest version of Minecraft. So I'm really proud on how this turned out, really. So yeah, this is my base, and I know I already said that, but still, I'm still nervous. I'm still nervous to actually make a video in another SMP, which is crazy. And I have a blank canvas for it as well, which is incredible. Got the whole world to myself. But the question is, what am I going to what am I going to build in here? Because I don't know, genuinely. I started recording and I'm like, right, need to do the intro, and then I will figure out what kind of ideas that will pop into my head. I'm going to be using my 2 brain cells right now. I have 1 brain cell that is active. The other one is just dead. They don't want to communicate at the moment, but I will try to make them communicate as best as possible. So yeah, this has been mainly my little area here. I do have one thing though to probably do, and that's to get rid of this. This has been here for so long, and I wanted to build something here, and in this specific area, but this little stupid thing has been blocking it off. So I definitely need to do something with this block thing. I don't know, maybe I could make like some sort of mining entrance somewhere, because I want to make a little pathway, because as you can see here again, this pathway, this rubbish pathway by just using shovels, is not cutting it. It's not cutting it at all. This area is in the way. I might actually, you know what? I actually want to make a barn. I don't really use like animals and such because, well, quartered carrots, obviously. But I might actually make a tiny barn somewhere. It's just, I need to go to creative and actually customize it. Otherwise, yeah, I will mess up entirely if I just do it on the fly. Hold up. Nice wording, Dennis. But anyway, looks like Lucky Sauce has logged into the server, so let's go ahead and pop in a jolly good hello. So this is Lucky Sauce, everybody, and this is her little public area where she does mostly greenery stuff, isn't it, Lucky?
Yep, all of the things to make dye.
That is true. That's absolutely true. And this is everything that she's been building here. And yeah, I've been probably one of her suppliers for bone meal wise, probably. Yeah. So yeah, she's been pretty good at making these kinds of what's it called? Shakers is what you call it?
Yep, flour shakers.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, what's this new shaker that you got for us?
Oh, this is not a shaker. This is a moss farm. If you stand on the pressure plate, it makes moss.
Oh yeah. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Because the item frames, yeah. Whoa. Wait, how's that work? That's interesting.
There is a set of pistons over in the back there that when the stone gets made, it pushes the stone up and then out, and then in the middle, down deep, there is a block of moss and a dispenser shooting bone meal at it, and it converts the stone that is created from the water and the lava into and pushed forward into moss. And when you push it with a piston, moss breaks, which is how you end up with moss coming this way.
That's interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool actually. So all I just need to do is just change it to pale moss then, if I wanted to.
Yep. There's a around the corner. There's a little spot where you can change that out, and then you can get pale moss.
Interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. Hey, there you go. It's so cool. And that was Larky Sauce. So if you want to check her channel out, go ahead and yeah, give her a shout out. Just say that from me, alright? And this is her actual base portal, which looks so freaking adorable because we got mother freaking sheep. Like, look at this. This is so derpy. Look at their little faces. Look at that. They can't say that's creepy. That's not even creepy one bit. That's just a sheep. So yeah. Okay, go check her out. I just wanted to showcase her area because yeah, she's been very much hard working at this since like day one when she decided to start the project. And yeah, dye is not something to what's it called? Dye is something that people really need a lot when it comes to colorful bases. And I know people don't use those colorful blocks a lot because of the limitations, but dye is something that might be one of the hardest things to get in Minecraft because if you want brown dye, you need cocoa beans, which you need to find a jungle in your world. I mean, if you live in the jungle, near the jungle, congratulations. But finding a jungle biome alone is going to be very difficult as well. But not only that, but also black dye, which in some, the only way to get it, right? The only way to get black dye is to just kill squids. And that's very much a slow process. We're doing it without a machine. So having that machine, like a squid farm machine alone, makes the process even more faster, to say the least. But anyway, let's try and focus on this, shall we? So here is what the barn is sort of gonna look like. Now I know it hasn't been built yet, very much completely, but this is like sort of my thought process. So here it is. So these levers are kind of like, you know, they're those big levers where you open a garage and it just opens this. That's sort of what I'm trying to get for. I'm debating if I should use mangrove planks or red terracotta. And I think mangrove planks looks kind of neat, really. It doesn't look too saturated like how the red concrete is. And it looks just so natural. And also another excuse as well. I never, ever in my life, have used mangrove as a building block thing. And I know it is a wood type, so obviously it's already like alright to use it, but at the time, the only maroon thing that we had was, if I can find it. Okay, I found it. So the only maroon thing we got, sort of, is the nether wart block, unless I'm missing something. Comment down below if I did. But anyway, this was the only block that we had, and it looks so pretty. Like, it's not very much the best for it, but when the mangrove plank, well, the mangrove tree and, you know, the plank barrier has been added, this is such like a good, like, block to use. And I feel so bad because, like, I really want to use these. Like, people have already been using on YouTube. I've seen like some people, like even my friends, actually use them. I never really like messed around with it, and this is the first time I'm really doing it at the moment. And of course, I'm not not the best builder by all means. So some of these are just from inspirations from other builds people have made. And yeah, I think so far it looks pretty good. And yeah, I might be doing it on the server, probably later on. So let me just add some of these pale oak, which is another block that I haven't actually used. Actually for probably like one ever since it was released. I always try. My thing is for Minecraft is to always try something new with these particular blocks, and this is one of them. However, I just haven't been was it in a building mood recently, so I never really used them. Never really used these blocks a lot. So yeah, having pale oak really matches the mangrove style here. I really do like it a lot. Let me just finish this up and we can bring this to the survival world. And actually do the first ever and probably time lapse. So here we go. Nah, come on. Why did you spawn? I just finished, and this stupid little thing decided to spawn. Why in there of all things, you silly goose? Get out of there. There you go. So, this is the barn. I have changed a couple of things after my creative world. So I made the roof a little bit more bigger here by just placing one block, and yeah, I think just from this one block alone, it looks pretty good. I'm kind of impressed. I'm kind of proud of myself that I did have so good. The stairs weren't supposed to be deep slate tile stairs. It was supposed to be, I think, deep slate tile brick stairs. I think the name of it. So yeah, not the best, but I kind of like it though because like this is all clean and this is kind of like weathered. I really do like how it turned out though. I haven't done much inside other than the stables, which I did made in Creative World as well. So these stables will be for my horse and camel. I don't know about the other stables though. Maybe for other animals that I collect along the way. I don't really know to be honest, but this is something that has been done in my base for once, other than a silly pond right over there. But I generally do like it though. But now is some other builds that I have actually decided on wanting to build. Actually, after the recording, I just laid down in my bed and just thought of some of the builds that I want to do in my base. So one of the builds that I really want to make is a glass dome nature reserve type thing. And it will basically have my crops here, which I don't really use, but I will use it for a community purpose, like for the new players who want some food, they can have that. Not with this sugar cane. It's been here for like ever since when I made the base really, and Wet has already have a sugar cane farm, which I definitely use that a lot. But yeah, I think having like some sort of big dome here would be kind of cool. And also I want honey as well because yeah, I just realized honey is pretty good for signs. So here, let me show you. So this is my sign, and we all know in the new update that you can edit your signs. However, if I right click it, see, you hear me right clicking here? I can't edit it because there's honey in there. Unless someone has actually broken it, which I don't want to. But yeah, if you broke the sign, then you can re-edit it again. But if you don't want pesky players to edit it, or me, who just flies in, tries to open the door but accidentally opened this, then you can definitely do that, which is pretty cool actually. It's a pretty cool feature that I genuinely didn't know that they added it. Actually, I don't know when they added this, but it's a pretty cool touch though. Pretty cool that you can actually edit it. Kudos to one of the players who actually pointed me out about it. But yeah, also I haven't really explained on the axolotl pond, so here it is. It's nothing much really. I tried to make it sort of like how I did in a certain other server, where I put like stone around it and just use bone meal. I mean, I'm not the best when it comes to making ponds. I'm gonna be real with you. But this pond in particular, I kind of like because it has more greenery. There's like little bushes around here. There's a small tree, which actually points into like the best like position as well. So it's like shading the axolotls whenever it's like hot and sunny. And also I just really like how this turned out, really. It looks pretty awesome. I really do like it. However, before we do any sort of building, there is a case that we must solve. And it's a simple riddle. Honking hello. Somewhere in the map, a public place, used quite often, I left a little trace. Joke so fun your nose might turn red. Hidden around some of the beds. In a book and quill, not in a chest, not in a lectern, there is your quest. I stuck around and placed 12 books of jokes. Can you find them? Let me know. Hint, orange books. So, I've been in contact with someone on the server who is online right now, saying one of the farms are public, and he says, gravel block, Blooper, Arkey's flower biome, Jinx's Blaze farm, and the Enderman farm. And that is where we need to go. Alright detectives, looks like we're at the place where everyone uses, and that is the end farm. So let's go into the portal and see what this clown has in store for us. But first of all, let's go ahead and check here because even though people don't use the duper a lot, I think it's still a machine that people would mostly use for concrete. And I know someone who does use a lot of concrete, so let's take a look around here. There's nothing here. Why is there? There's always a random glass there. Okay, there's nothing there. Let's go ahead and, well, why did I even go there? That's so funny. Well, anyway, let's go and where is it? It has to be somewhere, right? Like, surely he's not that sneaky to place it somewhere. Checking underneath the machine because you never know. There might be something hidden here because in the newer update, that is, not this update, but it was added like a couple of days ago. You can place item frames underneath the items, not the items, the blocks. I mean, sorry. But yeah, there's not seem to be any. So it looks like we need to go to the end farm, which people use a ton when it comes to EXP and repairing their items. So yeah, hopefully there is something here. I genuinely hope there is. I know people use this farm a lot because they have been repairing tools like it's no tomorrow. So let's go ahead and go under here, shall we? Now, I don't know if someone has gotten the book yet. There's no update to it at the moment. But hopefully there should be somewhere over here. So it's not a lectern. It's not in a chest. However, it is somewhere here. What if they were sneaking that way? Did they? Okay, so it's not under here. Which I guess it makes sense because it would just lead to the void, so that's fair. Ah man, okay. After some searching around, I can't seem to find it really. And this is like the most farm that people would use, right? Well, let me take a look at the clues real quick. So, joke's so funny your nose might turn red. Hidden around some of the bends. In the book and quill, not in a chest, not in a lectern, there's your quest. So it's not in a chest or a lectern. So, item frame wise. I snuck around and placed 12 books of jokes. Can you find them? Let me know. And it says here, very specifically, a public place used quite often. I left a little trace. A place that is used quite often. So, and this is the place, surely. Unless it's a dud and someone actually found it. So, this is just me wasting my time just trying to find this stupid book. So, public areas. Now, I think it wasn't specifically aiming for park, which we already discussed before. But I think it might be somewhere in places like the mailbox area right here. Yeah, could be somewhere. There's no lecterns, no chest, but it didn't say about chiseled bookshelves. Okay, editor Dennis here because I'm gonna cut a few stuff because I was talking with someone else who's on the server, which I don't want to reveal because of privacy reasons, obviously. But yeah. Anyways, my hunches were actually correct because that person specifically actually gave me the the clues, and I was so correct on the it was in the Nether hub, but I just didn't click. So it says orange books, and if you look at the chisel bookshelves, they have an orange book. So obviously, I went back there and managed to recover the hidden books that was hidden by the clown. Okay, detectives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 books have been found. So yeah, the logical question was, where do most players would go to? It's not a public area. I mean, it is a public area actually, but it didn't specifically say which area. And if you think about it, the Nether hub would be somewhere that people would always use because they've been kids flying around, going over here, change from portal to portal and all that stuff. So it makes a huge sense that it would be somewhere around here. So looks like this case has been solved by yours truly. And just like that, I am back to normal. Case has been closed. Everything has been solved. Honestly, that was a very fun one, to be honest, and that really did what is it? Work my brain out because I was generally having like a little bit of a headache trying to guess where it was. And yeah, Orange Book does make sort of sense a little bit because yeah. Hold on, if I just grab this. I mean, that looks a bit orange, right? Sorta does, sorta doesn't. I mean, it looks a little bit. Eh. I mean, I guess, yeah, it has a little bit of tinted orange. So that's fair. And yeah, I was correct then. So he didn't say it was, he did say it was not in a chest. It was not in a lectern. But like I said, he didn't say it was in a chiseled bookshelf. And that is where you can place books in. So I was surprised that I was really close to actually finding it. So yeah, give myself a pat on the back with that. Honestly, I'm still in shock that it was actually inside the chisel bookshelves. I genuinely would think that it was in an item frame, but it didn't say that as well. So I was had a little bit of a suspicion, just a tiny bit of suspicion. But yeah, we found all the books. I I'm actually dumbfounded that I actually found them all, and there's like 2 players online as well. So yeah, that was very quick. That was very quick indeed. And that is it from me, everybody. Unfortunately, I have lost a clip of me just building my mine shaft at my base, but to be honest, that is just a short clip as it is. So what's the point of adding it, right? But anyway, hope you guys do enjoy this video. It's been a long while, very much a long while, that I've done a video of me doing an episode in a server. And yeah, Oakay is gonna be on a new season pretty soon. Well, actually no, it'll be like the next year or so. But anyway, that is all from me. Hope you guys do enjoy this video. Again, if you guys want more of these, then just comment down below and yeah, I'll do more. I will be uploading a off-topic video, which is just basically me playing a non-Minecraft game, which is called Peak, that is available on Steam. And yeah, that has a lot of chaos in it. So if you want to see not only Minecraft videos, but also just non-Minecraft videos, like, you know, me playing random games instead of just Minecraft, then let me know again. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Them looking at each other and then looking at me is so weird.
It's creepy as hell. Oh my god. Ozzy, remember that lab we were going to make and conduct, like, what is it called? Things to Emperor ever since the corruption of his body? I think it's time for that now. Oh wait, sorry, I meant organic fruit, my bad. Yeah, I forgot about that.
You're fine, I'm just pulling your leg.
No, just for lore's sake. Committed to the bit. Have you seen the, what's it called, the Pokeball bit, where they did? Oh!
Oh my gosh.
It's like, how many times was he killed today? Like, oh yeah, you're bad.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You forgot to sleep.
For me, it's just the default, like, desktop background I have.
That fits you, Dennis, for some reason.
What? The default?
I don't know, it just fits you.
She's calling you basic, Dennis.
Damn!
Oh, wait. Okay.